A lot of people ask me why I make work on racism, and I say the same story over and over and over again.
I grew up and I'm part of a mixed race family.
So I've got 3 siblings that are black because they've got a different dad, and he's from Jamaica. And my grandma was born and raised in India. Something that always sticks out in my mind was when she took us to the park once, my older sister, and she was with her children and she was with me and I think my younger siblings, and someone was shouting in the park. I didn't know what they were shouting, so I think I asked her what were they saying, and she was just,
Oh, just nothing, just ignore it.
but now I look back, it was like a racist comment. I knew that we were siblings, but I just didn't get it. I think I asked my mum, like, is Becky my real sister? And she was like, yes.
Yes, yeah, of course she is, blah, blah, blah.
And then I remember this picture on my sister's bedroom wall of this black man. And I think that's when I knew she had a different dad. I had an interview in Westminster for Fine Art, and I was showing him all my work, telling him about how in my work I look at discrimination and racism and culture. And then he asked me,
Do you feel guilty about being white?
my mom, when she was younger with her 3 black children, she was discriminated against. She said they used to call her an N-word lover. This whole rap and me rapping came about when in Australia I worked with an Aboriginal person, and the white Australian people in the class who saw my work in the crit, half of them didn't agree with it and said I was culturally appropriating this Indigenous Australian culture. However, the Indigenous Australian person that I was working with didn't see a problem with it at all, because he thought it was doing something good rather than bad, and him and his family told me that it was nice that a white person had their back. Nelson George is a hip-hop critic who grew up in the Bronx. He said
That hip-hop albums could be more than a collection of singles and filler. They could be complete artistic statements.
so as long as our work talks about identity, our own identity, has our own personal experiences reflected in the work, we have the right to rap.